This is my second video about innovation. Well, this one is about an activity, of 10 types of innovation, with some examples of Colombian companies. Well, let's begin. Actually, all of these types of innovation was of book of Larry Kiley. This book was wrote on 2013. The name of the book is 10 Types of Innovation, the Discipline of Building Breakthroughs. Well, like the title said, these are 5 of the best types of innovation, obviously according to me, that which I think that are the most important. So, first one is the profit model, then the product performance, the service, the channel, and the brand. Okay, so first I'm going to explain them, and then we're going to talk about the examples of the Colombian companies that I think that are innovative. So, okay, the first one is the profit model. The 3 most important characteristics are, first, the companies used to understand what consumers want and the user really appreciate and therefore are willing to pay. This means that the customer, it doesn't matter if the product or if the service is kind of expensive, they really want to buy it because the price really worth it. So I think that this is very important because you're going to buy all of your products or your services, and also you're going to have more money, you're going to earn more money. So that's actually the point of a company. Well, the second is that the companies often challenge the old beliefs inherent in their industries about what can be offered, how much to charge, and how to collect it. Yeah, obviously, that's kind of like I just said about the first one. So, in many sectors, the dominant business model is decades old and has never been questioned. I have an example. It's not a Colombian company, but it really works in this profit model. The example is Apple. That's a perfect example for me. Why? Because it's a phone. Actually, I think that the work or the point of a phone, of a smartphone, it's the same than others. It works to download apps, to call, to write. So it is not very different. But if you see the last iPhone and you compare the price of the last smartphone with the price of Huawei, the last Huawei or the last Samsung, is really different. The price is really different. And why the people are happy buying these kind of phones? That's really interesting. For example, if you buy the last iPhone, with that money you can buy 2 Huawei, but people like it. That's the point, and that's what the last characteristic means. Apple is an expensive company, and it really has been decades on the market. The second are the product performance. This category refers to the value, characteristics, and quality of the company offers. Innovating at the level may consist of creating entirely new products or developing updates and extension of lines that add substantial value. And innovation of type are generally easy to copy, and those that offer long-term competitive advantage are the exception, not the rule. Well, this kind of innovation is the common innovation. It's actually the kind of innovation that we used to learn, that the people or the teachers of our university used to teach us. If you want to be innovative, well, you should create a new product or transform a product, and that's it. That's the point. Well, no, like Larry Kelly says, is the normal and the common rule. And this part is important to me. It's easy to copy, so it's important, obviously it's important, but it's not the only one kind of innovation. The third is the service. The service innovation was the perceived value of an offer. Make it easy for a product to be tested, used, and enjoyed. Solve problems and often the most sensitive moments of the customer journey. This one is important because the company learn about the customer and make that the product or the service really worth it to the customers. So this one I think it's important because it's not only think about earn money. No, the most important thing about have our company is that the product be useful. That's important because then your product doesn't work for almost anything. So the fourth is the channel. This type of innovation has a clear objective to allow customers to buy what they want, where and when they want it, and in the easiest, cheapest, and most pleasant way possible. I think that lately this kind of innovation is working too much because, like here says, make the life of the customer easier, and that's really important because I'm not judging, I'm just like the others, but people lately it's getting kinda lazy. So if I'm going to buy something, I don't want to move too much. So I don't want to take a taxi and then go and look for the place and then buy it. No, I want it, and if the product can get to my job just like that, then I'm going to be really a good buyer of that product, of that company. this is important. I think that this is really important. Like an example is, for example, Uber. Why Uber? Because first is safety. Second, I just have to take my phone, open the app, and then take the car. So in 2 minutes, the car will be right in my door, and I didn't have to out to the street and wait a car or a taxi. No, I was on my bed or eating, and my car was arriving. That's a really good type of an innovation. Like this is the more useless. No, I'm sorry. Is the most useful. The fifth that I think that is important innovation is the brand. It will be almost useless if your efforts to innovate and for our clients and users do not recognize us, remember and prefer our brand. The most innovative organization usually transmit an identity and a promise that differentiates them from the others. They have a very careful branding that makes them unique and transform their products into objects of desire. That's the reason why the social media and the digital market is really working, because the companies or the brands get to know to the customers. Well, I'm going to give you an example like P&G. It's a really good brand, and it has a really good product, but it's not only for that. The customers prefers this brand not only for this product, for his products, but because the brand is really recognized, and it gives them like a trust, and I think it's really brilliant. And this kind of innovation has it almost every good company, like Apple, like which one? Disney movies, like well, almost every company. So I'm going to tell you the 5 innovative Colombian firms. I think these are my 5 most innovative firms to me. First one, Crepes and Waffles. Of course, Crepes and Waffles. And why? Before, the Colombian market used to buy food when we have to go to lunch. People used to prefer Burger King or chicken, KFC, but no one thought that restaurant of crepes will be a really good idea. And this this kind of restaurant is really preferred by the Colombian market. Why? Because it has good prices. It's good restaurant with really good food, and for example, this restaurant I think that has a good service, good product performance, because it was an idea that no one really thought, and brand, because the crepes and waffles now is like wherever place of Colombia crepes decides to pay a restaurant anywhere, it's going to be famous, it's going to be with too many customers, because it's a good brand, not only for the lunch, but the desserts or the ice cream is really good. The second is Alpina. Why Alpina? I think that Alpina is like kind of innovation, like the first innovation, like profit model. Why? Because Alpina is a good company with good products, but the price are really, it's not too expensive, but if we compare Alpina with another brand, people used to prefer Alpina. It doesn't matter if the cost is higher, it doesn't matter. Which one? I think that the brand, of course, it's like the example of P&G. It's just like that, because it's a good brand, it's a good company with too many years on the market, so it makes it really trustable. The service is good, and that's it. That's why I think that Alpina is a innovative firm. The last one that is now in the market is Tostao. Why I think that Tostao is good? Tostao is good because the service it's great. The product it's amazing. The price is really great, and one of the important thing is that it's going to make it with the time a good brand and recognized brand. If you see now Bogota, we are going to get a Tostao each 3 or 4 boxes. Everyone in Bogota knows what is Tostao, and it's important because, like I just said, the price is really good, and the coffee and food there is really delicious. People now stop buying Starbucks, for example, and now prefer Tostao. Why Tostao? Because not also is a good price or a good food, but it's a Colombian firm, so that's great. The other is Koala. Koala, I think that is kinda like the same of Alpina, that is for the brand and for the profit model. And the last one I think that is really important is Rappi. Is a good firm and it's getting too strong firm. Why? First of all, it's giving job to the people who has free time, so that's really good. Second, it's a good brand and it's getting trustable. And the most important thing that it's really good of Rappi is the channel, because like I just said, the products gets to my job or to my place. Like for example, suddenly I want to eat a cake, but that cake doesn't sell it nearly. For example, that cake is in Krispy Kreme, and Krispy Kreme is kinda away from me. Krispy Kreme doesn't make doesn't has that service of bringing it to my home, so I don't know what to do. What can I do? Well, that's what Rappi do. They know that I want to eat that cake or that donut, so they go to Krispy Kreme, they buy it, and they bring it to my home. It doesn't matter if Krispy Kreme doesn't have that service. Rappi helped me with that and pleasant my desire of eat my donut. I don't know. I think that this app is getting so much easier the life of the buyers. I don't know. I think it's really great. Like the people who wants to buy too many things to our place, because my kitchen or my fridge is really empty. What should I do? I should go to the mall that is, I don't know, 4 boxes to my place, or I just get my phone, open the app, and just pick my products that I want to buy, and in a few minutes my products will be in my home. That, I think that it's really great. It's a really good service, a profit model, because obviously for that service has a cost, but it's a really good cost. Product performance, because I don't know if that kind of apps was here in Colombia, but it really works, and I think that it's really innovative. Well, that's it, and this is my video. I hope you like it, and thank you so much for watching this. Goodbye.